Today we're going to be doing a collective luxury haul of a few little things that I picked up in the Black Friday sales, which by the way, most of these things are now in the seasonal sales, so you have not missed out on anything. If there's anything that you like in today's video, make sure that you check out my info box because I will try to have everything listed and linked down there. I bought a bag from the Raw recently, which I've been dying to share with you. I had a bag come back from the Hermes Spa, and I finally got my hands on a piece from Hermes that's been on my radar for at least a couple of months at this point, but I didn't actually buy it for myself. Instead, I bought it for one of you guys. So if you'd like to come along and unbox some of the latest additions to my collection and potentially yours, then make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet, and keep on watching. Just in case you're still looking for the perfect luxurious holiday gift that won't break the bank but will make the person you're trying to treat feel like $1,000,000, I wanted to share these with you because I have never actually seen these pieces on sale. I think they had 20 or 25% off online, so I bought these during Black Friday, and it is my favorite body care line from L'Occitane. So my favorite range is the almond range, which I have never actually tried the Milk Veil. This is their body lotion. I usually go for the body butter, which is a little bit richer and it's a thicker cream, but they didn't have the original version in stock. They only had the seasonal. I think their seasonal scent is almond mixed with florals, which I'm not a floral person. So I thought instead of going for the butter, I should try the Milk Veil, which is a little bit lighter, but it smells like almond. Now, if you do not like the scent of almonds, you're not going to like this line, but I love anything almond scented and almond flavored, and I love this range. So I bought the body lotion. I bought the shower scrub, which is basically just a shower gel with some really gentle scrubby bits, which also smells like almonds. And then I have also picked up the supple skin oil, which is the most beautiful body oil, also again in the almond scent. This is something that I have used before and I love the scent of. This is the perfect oil if you want something really deeply nourishing and moisturizing, but not something that is too thick. I mean, this will definitely last and the scent will linger, but it won't leave you sticky and overly greasy. So it's somewhere between a dry oil and a nourishing oil. It is just the most perfect, nourishing, deeply moisturizing, but not overly greasy texture. And since I bought the body lotion, not the body cream, I figured if this is not moisturizing enough, which I doubt it wouldn't be, but just in case it's not, I can always layer the oil over it, which I wouldn't do that with the thick body lotion. I would either use that or just use the oil separate, but if this is not moisturizing enough, I can always layer these on top of each other and I will smell like a little almond. So these were the only beauty purchases that I made during Black Friday. Everything else that I bought, I think, was clothing, and then also I bought a bag, which unfortunately wasn't on sale. I was hoping that it would either be on sale or I could use some sort of a discount code, but I couldn't, which is fine. It's a bag that's been on my radar for ages, so I'm glad I got it anyway. But before we move on to that, I wanted to show you some things that I actually bought with a pretty decent discount. There were two things I bought on Louisa Via Roma, which are still available now, and they still have the seasonal sale going on. So if you're interested in either one of these pieces, I will make sure to have them linked down below for you. The first thing that I picked up is something that I have been wanting to try pretty much since this brand launched, which is a piece of knit from Gigi Hadid's cashmere brand called Guest in Residence Knitters, which, in case you didn't know, Gigi Hadid launched her brand, I think it was last year, and as soon as I saw her first campaign, I was immediately in love with the range because it's all about really beautiful staple knits. And if you know me, you know how much I love my cashmere knits, and her entire range is, I think, almost every single piece, if not every single piece, is made of 100% cashmere, which I love the sound of, and I also love the fact that most of her range is unisex. So while they do have specific pieces in their women's line and also in their men's line, a lot of the things can cross over, and you know me, I'll buy whatever I like. I don't really care about labels. I'll buy whatever suits me and whatever I feel would fill a gap in my collection. And I felt that a lot of the pieces are just amazing staples to have. But her collection is quite pricey and I never wanted to pull the trigger, but I actually found a couple of her things on sale, I think with 40% off, which I thought was an amazing deal and I really wanted to try some things. So the first thing that I bought is her, I think it is called the Showtime shirt, which is a unisex piece. I bought this in black. It also comes in a color called almond, just to stay on brand. It also comes in a shade of gray and I think a taupey beige, and then of course black, and I wanted to go for black. I love black shirts and I love pieces in cashmere, so I thought it was just the best of both worlds. And I got this in a size medium. They do say online that if you prefer a more fitted shape, you should size down because it is kind of a boyfriend shape. So I wanted to go for a medium because I do like my shirts to be just a tiny bit more oversized. So I will definitely try this on and show you some pictures here, or maybe even film myself trying it on. If it's too dark and I cannot film because it's been so hard to show you black pieces on camera just because the lighting has been terrible. It's been getting dark so early, and even during the day I don't get too much sunlight. So if I cannot film a proper try on with this, I will make sure to put some pictures up on my Instagram, so make sure that you follow me over there. But it is a really beautiful, really lightweight cashmere knit shirt that has these really pretty kind of pearlescent, I would say, buttons. I don't think that they're real mother of pearl, but they kind of have a pearlescent finish to them. And then you also have a patch pocket on the front, but other than that, I think it just makes an amazing staple that you can either wear on its own with a pair of tailored pants, or you can definitely layer it over another shirt, maybe over another top. If you have a really thin cashmere base layer, I think this would make an amazing layering piece, not only for the fall winter, but I think it's also the perfect overshirt to have in your collection in the warmer months. And then the other thing that I picked up also from Luisa Via Roma, I think you would really enjoy if you like my trousers from the Row, if you like my city trousers from Loro Piana, which I always talk about, but you don't want to spend, you know, over $1,000 on a pair of pants. I found a really, really comparable pair of pants from the Frankie shop, which is a pair of high-waisted pleated black pants, which I think is made of a mix of polyester and wool, which at first I wasn't really sure how to feel about it, but then they came in with the shirt and they actually felt really, really nice. But I had to exchange them because I bought them in, I think, a size 44, which was the smallest size that they had, and 44 is what I would take from Dior. I would take a size 38, which is the same as a size 44 from Hermes and Louis Vuitton. But when these pants came in, I could barely squeeze myself into them. They were so tight, I couldn't breathe. So I sent them back and asked them to be exchanged for a size small, which I think would be a size 46. So I cannot wait to finally get those. Now, I did throw these on before UPS picked them up, but you cannot see a thing. It's not easy to film black things, but especially not when it is just so dark these days. So instead, I will try to put some pictures in here for you just so you see what it looks like. If you love a pair of high-waisted pleated pants, do not sleep on these. They are such an amazing bargain, especially I think these are still 40% off, which means that I bought these for like under $100, which is honestly just amazing. And the style is quite comparable to the type of trousers that I buy from the Row and even Dior. So those I would highly suggest, but do keep in mind that they run incredibly small because I think the Frankie shop's pieces, most of them are made in Korea, so they tend to run quite small. So if you are going to buy these, just keep in mind that I would probably suggest going a size up. On, there were two bags to be specific on my Black Friday wish list. Neither one actually ended up going on sale, but the two bags, well, the first one is the one that I ended up with, and then the other was the Margot 17 from the Row, which is a bag that I have been going on and on about, and it's a bag that I've had my eyes on for a little while. The reason I didn't end up buying it is because I feel like it's quite comparable to my Birkins, which I really have not been using those bags, which I'm not sure if that's because I have a little bit of a twist closure fatigue, just because I have been going on and on about Birkin and Kelly bags for years now. At this point, I have been collecting them for over 10 years. So I'm not really sure if I'm just a little bit tired of seeing the same style over and over again, or if it's just that really, let's be honest, these bags are kind of overdone at this point. I understand that they are still quite rare in real life, but I talk about these pieces every single week. I see them on my friends, I see them on social media, and at this point they are quite widely recognized. So I really have not been reaching for my Birkins, and I'm not sure why that is, if it's because of the widely recognized branding or if it's because of the style itself, it being an open style tote bag with two structured top handles, which if it is because of the overall structure, I don't think that the Margot is a bag that I would really reach for either. Since I haven't been carrying my Birkins, I figured I would probably not carry the Margot either. So instead, I wanted to get something that was a little bit more user-friendly and something that I could use on a more regular basis. So I ended up with another classic bag from the Rose, something that has been out for a few years, and it actually is something that can be quite tough to get just because it's so popular. So the piece that I ended up buying, which this wasn't on sale, but if you're interested, I can leave it in the info box for you still. I unfortunately could not get any money off of this. I tried a couple of discount codes that were floating around out there, but none of them were applicable to bags from the Row, unfortunately. But regardless, I'm happy I ended up with this because I do think that it is the kind of bag that I am going to be able to use on a really regular basis, which you guys know that I'm not one of those luxury collectors who wants to just own things. I want to make sure that if I'm spending thousands and thousands of dollars on a piece, I am actually able to get my money's worth out of it, and I am able to put it to use, which this is the kind of bag that I feel like, well, I don't feel like it, I know it is the kind of bag that I will be able to use on a regular basis. So without further ado, let me stop rambling and actually show you which bag I picked up, which I don't think you'll be surprised by this. It is a cult classic, which is the Row banana bag, which is this slouchy, slightly curved crossbody bag. I ended up going for the calfskin version, which they do this in a few different finishes now. So they do it in the original calfskin, they're doing it in a grained deerskin for this current season. They're offering this in suede, and then they're also doing it in nylon. There are 3 different sizes. You have the banana small, which is the one that I ended up going for. You have this very same bag in a size large, and then you have the banana 2, I believe it's called, which is only available in nylon, which is somewhere between the banana small and then the banana large, which is a bag that I bought in the past. I bought that bag, I think, just before I got Pi for dog walking, but I ended up returning it because I was really underwhelmed by the quality and I didn't really like that particular size on myself. And then when I was in London, I think last time or the time before, I asked about this bag in leather, but they didn't have it in stock. So I'm really glad I finally got my hands on this. So it is a crossbody bag, which is of course inspired by those sort of, what would you call them, like waist bags or bum bags that were really popular in the 90s that people these days will carry as a crossbody bag, while the Row tried to update them and make them feel a little bit more contemporary. And instead of coming out with a bag that's really a waist bag that you could carry as a crossbody bag, they just came out with a bag that was meant to be carried as a crossbody bag. But I'm pretty sure that the original inspiration is those sort of 90s waist bags that at this point only really tourists carry around. But let me get rid of this foam protector so I can show you the strap, which by the way is adjustable and it is made of leather. One thing that I didn't like about my original banana bag, which I bought in nylon and ended up returning, is that the strap was also made of, well, it wasn't nylon, but it was kind of like a woven canvas finish, which I felt made the bag look quite cheap. So I was nervous that this same bag will feature a canvas strap because I knew that the body of the bag was made of leather, but I wasn't sure what the strap was going to be made out of. So I'm really pleasantly surprised that it is made of leather and it is adjustable. Again, I will definitely do a ton of mod shots and styling videos over on my Instagram. And if you guys are interested in hearing more about this bag, I can definitely come back in a few weeks and share with you my experience using this bag, because I have a hunch that it is something that I will get a ton of wear out of. But I'm just trying to think what else I can share with you. Obviously, the shape is inspired by a banana. It has this really nice curved shape to it. It features an adjustable strap with a really simple silver buckle, and I do think that this bag only comes with silver hardware. It has the roll really subtly, as you would expect, etched into the clasp, and then it features a zip closure with, let me see if it has any pockets inside, because online it does say that this bag is lined with suede, but I don't think there is a lining to it, to be honest. I think it is just sort of the inner part of the leather, so I don't see a lining in this, and there are definitely no pockets, so it is just basically one bottomless bit, and I do think that this bag would fit quite a bit. But if you're interested, again, I would be happy to come back and do an updated video for you after a few weeks or maybe a month or so. But I am really excited to have this bag in my collection. It has no obvious branding as you would expect from the row, except, I remember seeing this online, except this really subtle tone on tone embossing underneath the flap, which as soon as I saw it online, I was immediately hooked. These are the kind of details that will suck me in. Another piece that's similar to the banana bag has been on my radar for a little while is actually a piece of tableware from Hermes, and it is from their newest so-called SOT collection, which launched just about a month ago, and I have been raving about it ever since it was first introduced. I have talked about it several times. It is a collection that was specifically designed for breakfast, but I mean, you can use it any time of the day you want, but it was a collection that was specifically designed for breakfast, which you can definitely tell because it is a lot more lighthearted, a lot more playful and quirky than some of the other collections that are currently available in the Hermes tableware line, which I love the idea of, and I also love the designs themselves. The collection is inspired by show jumping, so you have a lot of equestrian inspired details and iconography, which is of course the very root of the Hermes brand. So I was really impressed by this collection, but I didn't really feel the need to add another piece of tableware to my collection. I already have an entire set from the Mosaic collection. I have some beautiful mugs that I recently picked up from the Soleil d'Hermes collection, but I still wanted to get something from this range just because I love it so much. But instead of buying a piece for myself, I figured I could buy something for you guys. I try to do a giveaway every holiday season, and today, or not today, but this year, we're doing it a little bit earlier than I did it in years prior, and that's because I'm not sure if I'm going to do a what I got for Christmas. This is kind of what I am getting myself for Christmas. I already got all these pieces during Black Friday. I got my bag from the row, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be buying anything else. I might, I'm not saying that I won't, but there isn't really anything that I am eyeing right now. So I thought, since I'm already doing this haul and I already got this little piece, I might as well start the giveaway now. So this piece is going to be for you guys. So without further ado, let's dig into it. And I just have to point out that it does come with the new seasonal holiday ribbon from Hermes, which I just really love. Instead of the carriage being empty, there is an actual Christmas tree inside. So the ribbon itself is a collectible, but what I chose to pick up for you guys is what I would have bought for myself from this collection. And it is a mug from the SOT collection, which is available with 3 different prints. So there is one that features a helmet, there's one with the Rockabar blanket, and then my favorite is the one with the horse head on it. So this is the mug that I'll be giving away, a salt mug with the horse head print, which I felt if you love Hermes, you probably also appreciate horses. And I also loved the different colors that this mug features. I am just a huge fan of this, but I personally don't need any more mugs, so I would love to live vicariously through one of you guys. So this is the mug that could be yours, and entering the giveaway could not be any more simple. You do not have to go anywhere. You do not have to send me anything. All you have to do is be a subscriber of mine, follow me on Instagram, give this video a thumbs up, and comment down below what video you'd like to see from me in the new year. And that is it. I will never ask you to pay for shipping, to send me weird messages, or to text me. All you have to do is be a subscriber of mine, like this video, comment down below what video you'd like to see from me in the new year, and follow me on Instagram. If you get a weird message or a weird comment, just know that it is not coming from me. I know that there have been people online who have been trying to take advantage of YouTube giveaways, but please know that I will never ask you for anything. I will not ask you to text me. I will not ask you for personal information. I will not ask you to pay for anything. Of course, this giveaway is completely free and it is open globally, but I just wanted to emphasize that because I would not want anyone to take advantage of you. So this giveaway is going to go on for 2 weeks. I will pick the winner on December 31st, and the winner will be announced in the first video of the new year. So good luck if you choose to enter. And again, all you have to do is be a subscriber of mine, follow me on Instagram, subscribe down below. Obviously, that means you have to be a subscriber of mine. Give this video a thumbs up and comment down below what video you'd like to see from me in the new year. And I cannot wait to share this mug with one of you guys. So if you choose to enter, good luck, and just a huge thank you for sticking with me throughout the year, for tuning in and watching my videos. I cannot tell you how much it means to me and how incredibly grateful I am for each and every single one of you. Don't think that I ever take any one of you for granted. I just admire you so much for taking precious time out of your day to watch me ramble on and on about luxury fashion. And I am really hoping that I was able to add value to your life with these videos. And I will try my best to bring you more fun, more engaging, and more innovative videos in the new year. But anyway, this is all about the giveaway. So if you'd like to get the chance to win this, make sure that you enter down below, and all the information and everything is going to be listed in the info box. And if you get a weird message from someone and you're not sure if it's me or if it's someone else, well, most likely it is someone else, but you can always email me. There is one email address which you can reach me at, which is going to be up on the screen here. If you'd like to check with me, feel free to send me an email. I will try my best to get back to you. But again, I will never ask you to do anything other than these 4 things. And last but not least, I wanted to show you a bag that recently came back from the Hermes Spa. In fact, I picked this up the same time I picked up the mug from the Sot collection. So this is something that I dropped off, I think it was this September 15th that I dropped this bag off. It took them a couple of weeks to send this back to France, inspect it, send me a quote, and then I think I got an email saying that it's ready to be picked up on November 15th. It did take me a while to go to the store and actually pick it up myself, but it took them about, I think just about 2 months for them to clean this bag for me, which the reason I wanted to show you this is because I always go on and on about taking advantage of the Hermes Spa and how you can actually save money by buying a bag on the Preloved market that isn't in the best shape and then having Hermes give it a facelift. Well, I actually wanted to show you an example of what Hermes is able to do. And in case you're interested in a more in-depth review on the Hermes Spa, if you'd like to know my thoughts on how the process works, what are the different things that Hermes is able to take care of, how much it usually costs, what are the things that I would not recommend getting done at the Hermes Spa, and just all the details, let me know. It's definitely a video that I could do for you guys. And if you have any specific questions that you'd like me to touch on, you can also leave those in the comment section down below. I can definitely do a deep dive for you. But I recently had my Constance just kind of not repaired because there weren't any specific things that I needed repaired, but I wanted them to just kind of smooth the leather out. There were a couple of scratches that I was not happy about, so I had them take care of it, and I honestly cannot tell you how impressed I am with how this bag turned out. It honestly looks brand new. There was quite a large scratch on the front of the bag, and there was also one on the back, both of which at this point are virtually invisible. I mean, if I look really close, just because I knew where they were, I can see the faintest sign, the faintest trace of those scratches, but if you didn't know that at one point they were there, you would definitely never spot them. So when I dropped this bag off at my local boutique, I didn't ask for anything specific to be done, which you can. If there is something that really bothers you, you can of course put in a request for that to be repaired, but it's not guaranteed that they will actually do it. Instead, when the bag gets to the workshop where the craftsmen look at it, they will decide what they think needs to be done. They will send you a quote with how much that would cost, and then if you accept the quote, then they'll start working on it. So I didn't ask for anything specific. I just sent them the bag, and I was hoping that they would notice the scratches, which they did. They did not think that the hardware needed to be replaced, which I agree with. I mean, it does have a few tiny little scratches, but it's nothing major. But if it was really tarnished, if it was really scratched and marked up, it's also something that they could fix for me. But the only thing that they suggested is a cleaning, a makeup, and finishing. And by makeup, I think it means making up the exterior of the leather. And this entire service, because this bag is made of heritage leather, or as Hermes called it on the quote, classic leather, this cost me $275, which is definitely a pretty penny. It's not for the faint of heart. I mean, for $300, you can pretty much buy a bag, not from Hermes, but there are bags out there that are a lot less than $300. But I really wanted to see what they were able to do with this bag. Now, obviously, this cleaning service was slightly more expensive because this is a heritage leather. It would have been even more expensive if I dropped off a bag made of exotic leather. But if this was in Epsom or Togo, it would have been a little bit more credit card friendly. But since it is made of heritage leather, every single service is going to be slightly more expensive. But I have to say that they did an incredible job, and I wanted to share with you how this bag turned out in case it is something that you have also been toying with taking advantage of, or if you maybe saw a bag on the Preloved market which is not in the best shape and you're trying to figure out how much the Hermes Spa is able to do for you. Now, I understand that this bag was still in pretty good shape, but I wanted to show you, what's possible. And my friends, this brings us to the end of today's luxury haul. I really hope you enjoyed coming along and unboxing some of my latest luxury purchases with me. And I hope you're also excited about the giveaway, which again, if you would like to participate in this giveaway, I will make sure to list all the entry requirements in the info box for you. And while you're down there, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. I really appreciate you being here and watching, not only today, but every day. And I hope to see you back here with a new video really, really soon.